Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
Bronx faithful, there's a detail in this story that very few people have noticed yet. Ryan Carter here. Judge just moved past Mantle. But what does this monster pace actually hide about our future? Stick with me, because I'm going straight to the point. Aaron Judge just made history in a way we haven't seen in a long time, and it's not just because he crushed the ball against the Los Angeles Angels. Everyone saw the 2 home runs. Everyone cheered in the stands. But the truth is, what happened Monday night at Yankee Stadium completely changes the weight and perspective of this season. We felt him playing a bit cold, didn't we? It felt like the captain's engine was still stuttering. Forget that. The Giant has woken up. And he didn't just wake up, he started rewriting the MLB record books right in front of our eyes. This is big, man. Real big. Let's lay the cards on the table. The game was insane. 7 home runs in total flying into the Bronx stands. 5 were ours, 2 were theirs. But the moment you feel the real chills was seeing Mike Trout and Aaron Judge doing something that hasn't happened since the 1960s. Both hitting multiple home runs in the same game, being guys who have been elected MVPs more than once. I don't know about you, but I watch baseball to see exactly that. It's the kind of thing you tell your grandkids about. Judge was 2 for 5 on the night, but those were 2 blasts that changed the atmosphere of the stadium. He kicked it into 5th gear. And man, we needed that. That slow start was already giving a lot of fans on social media a knot in their stomach. But when the ball left the bat like that, we knew the real number 99 had arrived for the season. To understand the scale of what's happening now, we have to look at where he came from. In the first few weeks, the hits just weren't landing. Pitchers were working the low zones, running away from his brutal power, and he was falling into the trap of chasing bad pitches. But great adjustments separate good players from untouchable legends. He recalibrated his stance, waited for the right pitch to arrive, and punished the Angels without mercy. Now, he already leads the American League with 6 home runs. The guy went from a small slump straight to the top of the leaderboards like it was nothing. It's absurd. Now tell me one thing, do you agree with this? Were you also getting worried about his rhythm? Or did you know it was just a matter of time? Look at these brutal numbers because you can't argue with stats. With those 2 bombs, Judge reached 374 career home runs. He left teammate Paul Goldschmidt behind and tied for 81st place in the history of the entire league. But there's a detail that Sarah Langs from MLB brought up that blew my mind. Judge surpassed none other than Mickey Mantle in games with multiple home runs while wearing a New York Yankees jersey. The guy now has 47 games hitting more than 1 home run. Mantle stopped at 46. The only legend ahead of him now is the immortal Babe Ruth with 68. And Lou Gehrig was left behind at 43. We are watching baseball history from the front row. And the numbers prove this isn't just hype in our heads. I'm going to be very honest with you right now. There are analysts out there saying the Yankees depend too much on Judge, as if that were a weakness. Of course, we depend on the guy. He is the main gear for everything. When he hits, the whole team breathes, the opposing pitcher shakes on the mound, and the rest of our offense gains confidence. To me, the greatest strength of this team isn't having a pretty and balanced lineup. It's having a monster who can decide any game with one swing. Seeing him break Mickey Mantle's records makes me think that sometimes we don't appreciate enough how lucky we are to have this guy playing in the Bronx in the absolute prime of his physical and technical form. But here comes the twist, the hidden detail that made me record this video for you today. Everyone is focused on the Mantle record, which is fair, but few are looking at the current projection. In 16 games, he has 6 home runs. This puts Judge on a pace to hit slightly more than 60 home runs this season. Yes, I know, an April projection can be a dangerous trap. But if he keeps up this insane pace and hits 54 more, he reaches 428 in his career by the end of this year. He would simply pass Mike Piazza, who has 427, and move right next to Cal Ripken Jr. We're talking about him entering the list of the greatest home run hitters of all time very soon. And he started the season badly, remember? That is the true weight of what he did on Monday. But hold on, let's take a breath. It's not all a party, and we know how baseball marathons work. The rhythm will change. He could very well have a terrible week, go 3 games without seeing the ball, and the projection will tank. Pitchers will start running away from him again, giving intentional walks to avoid any risk. And, most importantly, our usual nightmare, physical health. To maintain this wonderful math of 60 home runs, Judge needs to stay healthy. He needs his legs intact and his body enduring the grind of the 162 games. If he feels anything and misses 2 weeks, this fantastic projection goes right down the drain in the blink of an eye. What we need to watch now, with our eyes wide open, is how the next teams pitch to him. If opponents start throwing junk outside the zone, our entire offense is going to have to punish them. The key to success this season for Judge isn't just his brute force. It's the protection the rest of the Yankees lineup is going to provide. Right now, the picture is clear. He's on his way to a monstrous season. And if the team gives him the support he needs, the sky is literally the limit for number 99. I'm already so anxious for the next series. Do you think the captain can pass Mike Piazza this year? Leave your opinion in the comments because I read everything. Subscribe so you don't miss a single detail from the Bronx, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's go Yankees!